First of all, the comparison, for me, comparison is not prevailing. Comparison is nowhere for me because I don't compare myself. What I believe that I'm an individual, I have a different personality, and everyone has, values to add, right? So do I have. So I don't believe in this principle to compare anything. And I believe one thing that comparison should be divided in two parts. One is positive way and another one is a negative way. Right?
True.
Let's just talk about the negative way. Suppose if I'm saying that, let me just give you the example of English here. Whatever the level I have, I'm happy with it. Right now I'm content. If I start comparing myself that, oh my god, Shiv is speaking so fluently, he has the gift of gab, I need to be like that. What will happen? I will ruin my personality as well as my inner peace. Right? So that is a negative comparison. Right? And let's just talk about the positive comparison.
Hello, very good morning, ma'am. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Shiv. I'm great. I'm so delighted to connect with you again, and I feel my mojo is here because I'm connecting you again. So you tell me how's your life is going you, how life is treating you. How's your day?
Yes, my day has been going so far so well. No complaint by the grace of Almighty God. And same goes with my life. Everything is treating me so well as per as my expectation. And you know very well, up and down are always there. We cannot even control those things. But still, all we have learned that we should be motivated. We should be optimistic in nature. That's how we can deal with these kind of abstraction in a very decent and assertive way.
Yes. Today morning I read one beautiful quote and I would like to share here. Earlier I was a
Yeah.
clever person. Why? Because I wanted to change the world. But now I'm a wise person because I'm working for myself, for my personality, for my personal growth. So I like that, that quote and really stuck in my brain. So I thought let's just share with you.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what
And
should
you
I
know
ask?
what? Because you have said quote, I remember one thing. You
Uh-huh.
you just talk about that earlier. I wanted to change the word, right? And just because of that, I still remember one statement. I'm not sure whether is it a statement or quotation, but uh, we all are expecting the
Uh-huh.
word has to change. We all are
Okay.
expecting the word has to change, but none of us is ready to change ourselves
Yes.
because
Something.
change start from you only. When you will change, your family will change. When your family will change, your society will change. When your society will change,
That
the state
country.
will change. Then nation will, then the whole world can change, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. The change, like there is a saying the charity begin from your home, right? If you want to
True.
change the world, if you want to throw some prospect, that positive vibes into this world, then change should be start from within you. Then only you can
True.
change, that society, then state, then city, and that continue with that process.
True. So just because of this statement, one question suddenly pop out in my mind, and let me just throw on you. What do
Yes.
you think about comparison? These days, I'm seeing that people are comparing themselves with others. Okay, she is very happy. She is having everything. She has all luxurious facility. She is getting happiness. She is getting success. She is growing in her life. And I'm the one who's having very pity life. I'm not getting anything, and I'm having so many difficulties in my life, and I'm the one who's getting so many problems. So, what do you think about it? Is it authentic, or is it ethical to think in this way, or we should not compare ourselves with others? What do you think?
First of all, the comparison, for me, comparison is not prevailing. Comparison is nowhere for me because I don't compare myself. What I believe that I'm an individual, I have a different personality, and everyone has, values to add, right? So do I have. So I don't believe in this principle to compare anything. And I believe one thing that comparison should be divided in two parts. One is positive way and another one is a negative way, right?
True.
Let's just talk about
Agree.
the negative way. Suppose if I'm saying that, let me just give you the example of English here. Whatever the level I have, I'm happy with it, right? Right now, I'm content. If I start comparing myself that, oh my God, Shiv is speaking so fluently, he has the gift of gab. I need to be like that. What will happen? I will ruin my personality as well as my inner peace, right? So that is
True.
a negative comparison, right? And let's just talk about the positive comparison. If I say that, oh, today I'm going to talk with the Shiv and I have to go that preconceived notion, I will learn something from Shiv today because he's an eloquent speaker. So what will happen with it? Definitely, first of all, I will boost up my confidence, right? And second thing, I'm already in that zone. Okay, I'm learning something. Today I'm going to learn something from Shiv and I will learn something, definitely. So that's a positive attitude towards my comparison. So I love to
Yeah.
go with a
True.
positive comparison instead of that negative. So like I told you, comparison word is not prevailing for me. I don't compare myself. I believe I'm the unique one. And the second thing, what I remind myself always to my personality, and the best thing since sliced bread. And the best thing since sliced bread, that's what keep reminding myself. That's how I'm boosting my confidence and always having that, right approach and playing with the right card towards my comparison.
Well, I'm totally overwhelmed and bit confounded as well. The way you have expounded the whole concept, I'm really, I would say, spellbounded. That's what the terminology I could use here. Again, I can resonate with your thoughts, and I strongly agree with you, whatever you have stated, in a very different perspective. Yes, as you said, comparison are of two types,
Mhm,
positive and negative. Agreed. In my case, I categorize it in this way,
mhm.
constructive and destructive.
Okay.
The comparison,
Mhm,
when the comparison is making you anxious,
mhm.
depressed,
Yes.
demotivated, like, wow, he is better than me. I'm nothing. He's
Mhm,
having everything. I don't have anything. In that
mhm.
way, somewhere you are not doing anything, but just killing yourself from your inside. And that
Yes.
comparison should not be there.
There.
On the other hand, the second one is constructive comparison. By the name only, you can get to know that constructive comparison means who is going to construct you,
Yes.
rebuild you, renovate you, reframe you. He is going to give some shine to you. You are having an opportunity to polish yourself, to work upon yourself. When you're seeing someone who is better than you, rather thinking that why he is
Mhm,
better, you can think, wow, he's better than me. I should
mhm,
ask him how
mhm,
he's improving. I should ask him what is the secret behind his success.
mhm.
Somewhere, if I am going to interact with him, I'm going to learn new things that can open so many
Mhm.
doors of opportunities for me. So the one who will think in this way, definitely that comparison is going to become a blessing for him. That's what I believe.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I totally resonate with you. Like I told you that word is nowhere, totally depending on you, how you would like to take it, like constructive or destructive, right? So I want to ask you one question here. May
Yeah,
I?
please. Yeah,
You
sure,
know,
sure.
life is we all are going towards that hustle culture, right?
Mhm.
And yesterday, like you told me, you have a lot of responsibility and a lot of on your plate. I don't want to discuss here, right? But I just want to
Mhm.
ask you the question: how do you, I mean, how you are managing all that hustle culture of your life, right? And the
Mhm.
second thing is it important to balance it out? Or we have to just, we are running behind that culture. Why? What is important for you? Hustle bustle culture, or you want to balance it out?
Well, before you only, some couple of people have asked me the same question because of my busy schedule, and
Mhm,
somewhere I lies on the second statement where I'm managing this hustle bustle of time. See, what I feel, ma'am, mm, personally, this what I feel. If you're talking about time,
uh-huh.
time is something that nobody has. in this
Mm-hmm.
person's era. Nobody has time. For a wife doesn't have time for her husband. A mother doesn't have time for her kids, and we don't have time for our relatives. Most of the time, we don't even have time for friends. Time is something nobody has. But again,
Mm-hmm.
in order to eliminate that hustle bustle of time or life, all you
Mm-hmm.
can do, you need to set a goal for yourself. But
Okay.
again, let me remind you, when I'm saying goal is not something that it's flexible, it's dynamic. Now you have to set a very fixed goal for yourself. There should be a powerful reason for it. There should be a fire inside you, like you can ignite it, your complete soul, that everything is coming from your bottom of your heart, right?
Yeah.
That kind of strong desire should be there.
Mm-hmm.
Once you are going to inculcate this strong fire, this strong desire inside you, I can
Mm-hmm.
bet you that no matter whether you have time or not, whether you have hustle bustle of so many activities throughout your day, you
Mm-hmm.
are going to steal time for
Mm-hmm.
yourself just because to meet the level of the goal where you can find the best version of yourself. And that's
Yeah.
something that one must has to learn. Otherwise, life is going to push you anywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all you have to do, it should not you like others are controlling you, time is controlling you, your relatives are controlling you. No, you
Mm-hmm.
have to take charge of your own responsibility, your
Mm-hmm.
life, the way you are going to live it, the way you are going to achieve whatever you have set for yourself. And how is it possible? When you have a very clear vision about your life, you
Mm-hmm.
just make up your mind, and you know, if I'm going to follow all these perceptions and the strategies I have set for myself in a
Mm-hmm.
very disciplinary way, then only I can ensure my growth, I can grow my personality. Somewhere I can glorify my life with lot of beautiful colors. That's what I'm expecting. And this
Mm-hmm.
is the only way that you can overcome with that hustle bustle of life activities with time.
Mm-hmm.
And you can learn the art of managing time somewhere by your own and own. That's what
Mm.
I feel.
Yes, yes, well said and well narrated. I've been asked the same question, ma'am, how do you manage? Because you have twin baby, you are in the nuclear family, YouTube channel, and all of these things, And I believe if you want to, manage your and adjust your hustle bustle life, discipline play a very significant role here. And I'm a very disciplined person. Because if you are a disciplined person, right? If you are a disciplined person, and I believe discipline is a kind of a bridge who always motivate you towards your goal and accomplishment, right? And discipline is something like who always stay with you. It always prefer your action. It doesn't care about your gestures and your feeling. If you are a disciplined person, stickler to punctuality, nobody has that much dare to shake you from your goals. So that's what I believe. So I'm disciplined. That's how I am achieving my goal and trying to manage my hustle bustle life.
And uh, just because of this, one thing that I want to say here, see, practically, as we have been learning this language for a long period of time, like
Yeah.
us, there are so many other people, they have the same goal. They want to master this language.
Mhm.
What all they are doing, they have been taking so many tips and tricks from different trainers. They have
Yeah.
been asking some strategies from different teachers. They have
Mhm.
been joining some institutions. They have been applying for some paid courses as well.
Yeah.
But again, at the end of the day, what matters? The terminology which you have used. What is that? Discipline.
Yeah.
If you are not disciplined with your course of action, whatever
Mhm.
you have decided for yourself, then no matter what exactly you are doing in order to achieve your goal, you cannot achieve it at any cost if you don't have that discipline. For example, if I will ask you, ma'am, for the
Mhm.
next 2 or 3 weeks, stop speaking English, forget
Mhm.
about English. And
Mhm.
after 3 weeks, just come again and talk to me. I can
Yes.
bet you. I can find your more than 100 or more than 200 mistakes when it comes to grammar.
Of-
You yourself will feel that you are lacking with your words. You
Mm-hmm.
would not able to organize your thoughts in a systematic manner as you used to do before. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because you broke the chain of that consistency, that
Mm.
disciplinary life which you were following before, and
Yes.
somewhere now you are not regular. Then
Mm.
that's how discipline matters a lot, and you have clearly explained it in a very beautiful words. So I
Yes,
do agree with.
I would like to add on one more point here. Discipline is, yes, it's topmost, right? A prominent reason I would say to manage your hustle bustle life. But the second thing, what I feel is right approach towards your goal is very important. If you are not investing yourself to the right approach, that means you are leading towards the collateral damage. In this process of learning, right? So you need to invest your time to the right approach, and otherwise it will take years to get back together. Second thing, yes, that's what I believe.
Agreed. And let me give you one more example here. See, when you said right approach, I
Uh-huh.
think almost like many of us, what we are doing, we
Mm-hmm.
are blindly following the people. We are
Hmm.
blindly following their tips and tricks. We are
Yeah.
blindly following everything, whatever we are consuming, without
Hmm.
any interpretation. We are just following, without knowing the fact what is the right approach for me, what could be
Hmm.
the best pattern I can acquire in order to achieve what exactly I have decided to achieve.
Yes.
Right. And here I just want to quote out something. I hope you heard about it.
Hmm.
The shoes fit for me
Yeah.
might pinch others. Right.
Yes.
So the
Exactly.
tips and tricks that worked for you may not
Uh,
work for me, and
yes.
vice versa, isn't it?
Hmm.
So that's what I feel. So we need to find our best approach, our right approach, and you have said clearly that that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, it's very important. The tricks is working for you may not be working for you, right? So you need to
correct.
analyze that, and ask the question to yourself: what is best for you? You need to invest your time to your best skill. Don't amalgamate all skill together. Like I always convey that I'm a listener and an observer person. I don't go with reading and writing process, but yes, recently I have inculcated that habit to give at least 2%, 5% to all these skills, so that I can level up and upskill my learning process. That's all about from my side. Great, well said.
Yes, and somewhere we became parrot. I mean to say, like what our honor is saying to us, we are ready to say the same thing. That's it. We are not even trying to alter a single word over there. And I feel that's what's my personal experience I have accumulated so far.
Mm-hmm.
We all are the beautiful creations of Almighty God, and we do have that uniqueness, right? So we do have our a different or unique pattern, a pattern which help us to learn something, to
Mm-hmm.
acquire something, to adopt something, right? So, for example, for you, listening works more. By listening, you can get everything and you can sustain it for long lasting.
Yes.
But in my case, it may be different. It may be a visualization, not listening, but visualization. When I watch something, I make a picture of it in my brain, and that's how I can remain it for eternal, for a long period of time. So what I wanted to say, just it, we need to find our best pattern, like what is the best pattern of mine that I
Yes.
have to utilize in order to learn something, and that's how it works.
Yes, so I would like to, conclude this conversation by giving a beautiful example of my son. Yes, that yesterday only came across with it. He was using conditional sentences. You won't believe it. He's just 8 years old, and he was using conditional sentences, and he doesn't know about what is conditional sentences. He don't know. He doesn't know the grammatical rules and regulation. Today morning, I asked him, my son Thanush, how did you learn that pattern, bacha? How did you learn that sentence? But he said, Mama, what pattern? What is that pattern? What is that? Whatever you asking to me, conditional sentence. What is that? What is that ABCD? I said, that sentence you just spoke right now. Okay, Mama, that sentence that I learned from my cartoons, I was listening my cartoon from Bleepy, and that's how I learned. And that really clicked. That really clicked, and that really registered in my brain, the pattern he's following right now. He's a good listener and observer. That's like you were just mentioned, the pattern. We need to analyze that pattern. What is, best work for you? Like he's a listener person and observer person. So that's how he is learning this language. And conditional sentences, I would say most of the people are paralyzed with this terminology. So he learned it by listening skills. So I was amazed that time.
I can relate it because as I have shared before that I took English as a language, not subject. So I haven't learned grammar in my entire life in an academic way. So still I don't know grammar. If you drop a word and you will ask to me, what is it? Is it a noun, verb, adverb, adjective? I don't know. Seriously, I don't know. And I don't even know tenses that much. I do have a very a basic idea, but I'm not good at with it. But again, how I picked up and how I learned it, I was just listening to someone and he was asking to me like, how long you have been speaking English? And there only I got to know like, I think here's this sentence formation may be related to that present perfect continuous tense. And I have to follow the sentence pattern that I have been speaking English for past 4 years, right? So without learning that those tenses, I have learned one particular pattern of sentence.
Yes.
I have been speaking English for 5 years. I have been talking to you since morning. I have been roaming here for 3 hours, right? So I have been a basic pattern where you don't need to learn every single thing related to that pattern, that what grammar rules it falls on, but still you have picked it up and you have to use it on a different scenario depending on your context. So that's why we could learn subconsciously, not all the time like knowingly or all the time intensely. It's not working for everyone. But again, sometimes you learn things subconsciously.
Yes.
So that's how it goes.
Yes, so I would say the pattern play a very significant role here. If you are following a certain pattern, then no need to learn the grammar part, separately, right? You will learn the grammar automatically because everything is covered by the pattern. Then no need to go with that complex part of grammar like we have. So great conversation again with you, Shiv. So let's just final session.
Yes, before you wind up, let me highlight 4 points which I have learned from this conversation. Number 1, you have to find your best approach of learning.
Yes.
Second thing, you have to have constructive comparison.
Yes.
Third, just find out your best pattern, like what works for you. Yes. And the last, you have to be disciplined towards your learning life. Then only you can meet what exactly you want to reach.
Precisely, I can resonate with you. And on that positive note, what you mentioned right now, we have to wind up this session. Again, it was a fruitful, and not fruitful, I would say, let me just find out another word for it. It was a high yielding conversation, confabulation with you.
Yeah, likewise, ma'am. For me, it's really intellectual, pragmatic, fruitful, and colorful conversation, which I've enjoyed a lot. Hopefully, you as well. Thanks for giving your precious time and connecting with me. Sure, in the future, we are going to talk about some other aspect of learning English or something related to our life as well. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Shiv, and have a great day. And keep illuminating the people the way you are doing it. And it's an euphoric conversation with you.
Thank you, ma'am. It means to me a lot. You made my day, and please keep shining. Wish you all the best.
Bye bye.
Bye, ma'am.